Okay, we're live.
Hello, hello.
If you want to join us.
Hey, Mama Bros.
Sarah, can you be nice during live chat? No, Henri? Awesome, thanks.
I don't want to. Willa, she doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to be nice. Well,
I don't want to be nice either. Do I have to be nice? Wholesome Roots, hey, and Ashy, hello. I'm really bad at pronouncing names, so I'm sorry if that was wrong. But hello.
Ashay. Yeah,
So,
welcome.
Yeah, we'll just give it a minute and say hey.
Welcome to the new year of 2018.
Yes. This is our first live stream of the year.
It is.
Yes.
That's awesome. A year ago, almost to the day, tomorrow was our first video post.
Was it?
Really? On the 5th of January 2017. So we made it a year.
I know, we have no cool anniversary planned. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so we've got Peace Homestead and Mary Cleveland. Hello. Brenda. Hello. Darlene and Brown Coat. Hey guys, good to see you.
Welcome everybody.
So tonight's topic is
something about goals. Setting realistic goals.
Yes, setting realistic homesteading goals, or just goals in general.
Thank you, Wholesome Roots. I appreciate that.
Awesome. So let's see. Howdy from the Arizona-Mexican border, Manda. Awesome. Yay. Mary, it's finally warming up there. How cold are you? We have been unseasonably warm. I mean, 10 degrees this morning isn't warm.
I would say it's warm at all. No.
But like on my Facebook,
like when I get up in the mornings to go to work, it's 7 degrees or below.
Yeah, but like during the day, it's been like 30s. Usually we're used to a lot colder.
It's still below freezing.
Yeah. But
it's so cold.
It's still cold, but it's
I don't think
warmer
it's
than it has
necessarily unusual for our area, but certainly haven't had the moisture that we need.
It's supposed to snow, I think, this weekend.
Yeah.
Like if you check out last year's first videos, you will see how buried we were in snow.
Yeah.
And we have like nothing out there. Almost nothing. So
plenty of bare ground.
For sure.
But like
we live in Idaho. Ruth, Cleveland. You asked what state we live in. So
okay, yes, Idaho. So we have our homesteading goals.
We wanted to talk about setting realistic goals.
Yikes!
So.
Indiana, actual temp is -2, wind chills -24.
Yeah, so there's like some crazy bomb they're calling it, cyclone of cold air and blizzards hitting the East Coast, Midwest.
I know Robin McCree in Florida, has said it's down in like the 30s in Florida.
Wow.
She's like, what the crap? I live in Florida.
She said it was like colder than Alaska.
Yeah.
In
Florida.
Jacksonville.
Yes, Jacksonville, Florida was colder than Alaska.
Wow. Yeah, I worked with a guy, he works remote from Florida, and he was saying how cold it was.
Wow.
So.
Hey, Essential Mountain Homesteading. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, nice for you guys to join us.
If I've missed anybody, I'm sorry. Carmelia.
I enjoy watching Essential Mountain Homestead. Just for those of you that see this, go check them out. I really enjoy their videos.
Yeah. We kind of
he's got a great sense of humor.
Yeah. We met him through Julie at Dirt Patch. They did a lot of
we've never actually met.
Right. We've met via YouTube.
We came across them.
Yes.
Anyway.
Awesome. Okay, New Hampshire is snowing today, Brown Coat. That's cool. We would like some snow.
What state is New Hampshire? Is that in the state? New Hampshire?
Yeah, it's like this tiny state. It's up here. New Hampshire.
Yes,
nice.
Stanley has it right. Realistic goal. Breathe in, breathe out. Goal completed.
Nice. Good job.
That's my kind of goal. My kind of goal.
He's like,
St. Louis, Missouri. Missouri is Midwest.
Yeah. So our first homesteading goal. It's a big one.
What is it?
To get the car that is dead out of the driveway.
Yeah. We've got this old Mercedes that we bought just before we moved here because
efficient on gas.
It's gonna be awesome. Anyway, Mercedes E320 and great car. Got it super cheap. I think $2,000, $3,000.
$3. Yeah. But for the book value and everything, it was a really good deal.
Yeah. And it died on us. I was driving home from work one day and it just stopped running. Pulled over to the side. Don't know what's wrong with it. The driveway for at least a year now, or a year, over a year.
But if we get rid of it, what am I gonna do with my DI pile? The DI is our local thrift store that I donate to.
She's filled it full of
stuff.
To the thrift store.
So it's my garage. So
I have no idea what's wrong with it. It won't start. Anyway, so we either need to get rid of it as is, or figure out a way to start it and then sell it, you know, as a running car and get rid of it. Either way, get rid of it.
Well, and it's hard because parts are expensive.
Yeah.
And we put some good parts into it, and so we hate to just take it to the junkyard because there's some valuable parts inside.
Yeah, we spent a lot of money fixing it up over the 1 or 2 years that we had it running.
Yes. Hey, Harmony Homestead in Wayne, Idaho. So, and if I miss anybody, hey, Kimberly, and I'm trying to keep up with everybody coming in, but yeah, it was that car. It's been special. So it looked, and there was at one point we had 2 dead vehicles in the driveway. So it looked like we had like all these cool cars. Somebody commented on our channel, "You have too many vehicles." I'm like, "Oh, they're all dead."
We have 2 that's working.
Like the Mercedes was. I mean, I don't know if for Mercedes, they get to a certain age and then the price drops out of the bottom of them. You can get them really cheap. And so we got this Mercedes thinking, well, you know, quality product, should last us a while, got it dirt cheap. Sat for 2 hours with the guy that sold it to us, listening to his experience buying it, every problem he had with it, thought we were getting a good deal. And
not even kidding, 2 hours.
For us, so.
2 hours.
Yeah, and it's just taking up space in the driveway. We need to get rid of it.
Well, Danny says it can be a chicken coop. I'm all for that. I tried to turn our van into a chicken coop. He wouldn't let me.
Really? You did?
Yeah, I wanted to. Essential Mountain Homesteading, we do need to get together. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be way awesome.
Sell it for scraps of Harmony. I know we would like. There's so many parts inside that are worth money. It would be hard for us to do that. And Susan Sullivan parted out. Yes, and just finding the time. Dang it.
Yeah, we've thought about parting it out because the parts are so expensive. That's the thing about Mercedes is to repair anything on it, it's ridiculously expensive.
And that goes in. Brian Kirwick is asking, are there mechanics in our area?
Not Mercedes
exclusive.
Exclusive.
And the cost.
We'd have to take it like 3 hours away from here.
Yeah.
And the cost is just crazy.
Yeah.
So, but I am going to try. I have one idea for it. I think that
car diesel. We wanted it to be diesel, but we didn't go with the diesel. Hey, Flying BS Farm.
So
it's Easy Horses. If it's a diesel, let's make a deal. Dang it, Josh, it's not. We wanted a diesel, but
yeah, I would love to have a diesel.
Yeah,
father-in-law had a diesel for many years. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, so what part of Idaho are you guys in? We live in Oregon near the Columbia River.
Gorge.
We are
southeastern Idaho. So if you look up like Bear Lake, Idaho, we're near there.
Bear Lake, Idaho.
Preston, Idaho, we're near Preston.
Yeah.
We're kind of in like Franklin and Preston.
Yeah.
We're in the Preston area, Preston, Idaho, near the Utah-Idaho border.
Yeah, the coop idea sounds really awesome. See, these are my people.
They said I've seen Volkswagen chicken coop.
Yes. Hey, Amanda. You have a buyer. If that's meaning Essential Mountain, sadly, it's not a diesel. I wish we had a buyer. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, dang poop! I thought it was sold. I know. I wish. That would be awesome. You're not too far. About 7 hours.
Oh, cool.
It's not too far.
That is
7 hours.
To a 10-year-old, that is an eternity.
Perhaps we can work out something where we meet one day.
Yes, bright purple Viking. Our truck and our Jeep we currently drive are both diesel, so we do have to plug them in.
Cold weather, you know, actually the Jeep is really particular in cold weather. It's got glow plugs. Glow plugs suck in cold weather.
Yeah, they do.
So if we don't plug it in, the engine block heater,
that's why
it's very hard to start. Yeah. But the Dodge is new enough that it doesn't have glow plugs. It has a grid array heater that the air passes through, and that makes all the difference.
I didn't know that either. That is awesome.
It doesn't have a problem starting in cold weather. Anyway.
Well, Mom doesn't know what she's
The
talking
Jeep
about.
does. But I love my Jeep.
Yes, and we really do like the diesel. We like that. Awesome. Let's see. Oh,
Yeah,
there's that Flying VS Farm. They're that far south from us. We just need to have a party and have everybody just come
to us.
Come hang out. We'll have a party. Bring food.
We seriously need to get some sort of Idaho homesteader
That would be fun.
meet together
Yes.
great thing going.
You know, those
because
Southerners
there's
have
a
all their
lot
stuff going on.
especially a lot of YouTubers from Idaho.
Yes, that would be really fun. That would be fun. Let's see. We all need to meet in Butte, Missoula area.
I have no idea where that is.
We will look it up. Hey, getting started on homesteading. Let's see. Harmony Homestead. LOL. Yes, you guys should plan a YouTubers get together this summer. We'd totally go. That's fun. That is really far. I'm with Missy and Emma.
We'll add that to our 2018 goals.
We'll add that to the goals.
Let's do it.
That would be great. That would be fun.
It would be a lot of fun.
That would be.
Yeah, just the ride.
No, they would come here.
Oh.
Well, no, we could find some central place and everybody
Right.
meet together.
Yes, that would be fun.
Ice skating.
Oregon, Washington, Idaho. Why not?
Yes, that would be fun. Awesome.
So how is the image quality, the voice, the sound? Are we loud enough? Let's just check real quick. Give everybody a minute to respond.
Amanda says, hubby and I have been talking moving to northern Idaho this year or next. Awesome. Awesome. Beautiful area.
Idaho is a great state.
Let's see.
And Michael Bay.
Speaking of Idaho, I just found out the other day. So we're from Utah originally. I had a concealed weapons permit in Utah. You have to go through some training and some classes, whatever, to get an Idaho permit. And a lot of states accept Idaho's concealed weapons permit. And I went to renew it, or not Idaho's, Utah's weapons permit. So I went to renew it, and they said, well, you need to send us a copy of your Idaho concealed weapons permit now, since you live in Idaho. I'm like, oh, great. What does that process take? I look it up, and literally I have to go to the sheriff's office and fill out an application and pay $60, and I've got a permit. Awesome. So I'm going to go do that and then get a weapons permit and then renew my Utah weapons permit, which is accepted by many states. But anyway.
Yeah.
Idaho is a great state.
But when an Idaho says, shh, Idaho's terrible. Don't move.
There's this rumor about tons of Californians migrating to Idaho, taking over. And
like the Holler Homestead. Just
we would
kidding.
love to have
I know, right? They're not in here, but they are getting ready to embark from California to move, figure out where they want to land in life.
Say hi and
Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for the talking, how the image and everything is. There's Kenai.
Kenai, for anybody that doesn't know, is 1/4 wolf.
Yeah.
He was a
quarter wolf.
runt of the litter when he was born, and we got him from, he was really small. And so we got him from a relative that raised him from a pup. We got him 2 years old. He's a great dog.
He is good. And the wolf calms down the husky. So he's a better dog than a husky. But, yeah. So awesome.
He's killed many chickens in his life, but not in the last 2 years.
No, he's chicks. He took a couple out last spring.
Oh, that's right. He took the head off the chicken, baby chicken. Turkey.
He's a
Baby
stinker.
turkey.
You know what? He does fine if they're adults, but up until the adult, he's not.
And mostly he plays with them until they're dead.
Right. He just likes to play. He played with our first baby rabbit that we had. It didn't end well.
We had a puppy, well, a 2-year-old, what was it, a lab bloodhound mix.
Oh.
She ate a chicken.
She did?
We caught her finishing off the leg of a chicken.
Yeah. Ate the whole thing.
Ate the whole thing.
Whole thing.
All the way down to the leg.
Rogue.
Rogue, she was a German Shepherd lab.
German Shepherd lab.
lab.
Okay,
Anyway.
let's see. So Indiana lifetime permits are 125. Proper person is the only requirement. That's crazy that you don't, for the concealed, that you don't have to have a, you know, more schooling or anything. You just have to go in and sign a paper and pay
I think
some money.
it's great. I think that's the way it should be. I mean, there is a special permit for Idaho where it requires you to demonstrate proficiency in handling a weapon, which I think is important.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to just let anybody have a weapon. We've seen the results of just anybody getting a weapon.
Yes.
But I think everybody should have the ability to carry a weapon.
I agree.
And technically, really, freedom to carry it concealed. But anyway, that's another topic.
I agree. I agree. So I'm sorry if we've missed any chat. Please restate it. Questions in caps would be great. Okay, so talking about people moving from California. I can't wait for a homesteading party at your place. This is Central Mountain. You bring the steaks.
I wouldn't mind it being at your place.
I know. We want to come to your place.
So pretty up there.
Yes.
Central Mountain Homesteading.
I thought they were live squeaky toes.
You guys really need to check out the channel.
Danny Bull says, yes, there's an article in the news about a guy from Cali winning the lottery and moving to Idaho. And then Wynn in Idaho was saying something about they're getting too many city folk.
Yeah.
They don't want. We were city folk.
We were.
We were city
We
folk.
were.
Not metropolitan city folk,
yeah.
but,
We
you know, we were
lived
suburb.
in like a
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Suburbians.
Yeah.
Suburban.
Let's see. Mine thought they were live squeaky toys. Right, Flying? Right. That is the truth. Oh, we had a little pug, Mama Grows. She came and hung out for a couple days, and her little pug. He did okay with the pug the first day. The second day, he was like, "Get out of my way." He was getting a little bit like, "Leave me alone."
Which, if you've seen our last last
one,
not the latest vlog, but the one prior, which featured
Mhm.
Mama Grows.
Yes.
I met her for the first time, and it was a great person. She's so awesome. And I would say what you see in her vlogs is so real to who she is.
Mhm.
And I think that's a quality that needs to be highlighted, you know.
I agree. To be real and to feel the realness. It was really cool.
What you see on camera versus what you see in real life, the closer it is to real life. So.
Yeah, I agree. And so she's a small channel, just starting out. Check her out. We will have one other video for sure, maybe two, that she'll be in from her stay here. And she is going to be putting up a video in the next week on an adventure we did here. Anyway, so check her out.
Great person, starting out on YouTube, and give her some love.
Yes. So Illinois stinks. Only state that you have to have a FOID, firearms owners. I can't read. Card before you can purchase firearms. This piece of Homestead.
Huh.
Interesting. Okay, Jonah, what do you think is the best first-time weapon to purchase?
Wow, good question.
I was drooling over some the other day at our local store.
So for me, I carry the only pistol that I have right now is the H&K USP 45. It's 45 caliber. It's a bulky weapon, and it's not a good concealed carry weapon. It's a good weapon. I love it. I love the quality of the build, and I thoroughly enjoy it. But man, it's so bulky and heavy. It's hard to carry for more than an hour. And so my next concealed carry weapon of choice is going to be a Walther PPS. Very thin, very lightweight.
Emma lost the dog.
He took off.
I don't know where he went.
He did that to me this morning.
I just let him out, and I saw it, and then he disappeared into the dark, and I don't know where he went. He won't come.
Wholesome Root says, I love real. I agree. I didn't mean to cut off your awesome conversation.
Anyway, so for concealed, if you're considering concealed carry, highly recommend something small, light, thin, portable. Walther PPS is very thin. You don't get a lot of rounds in it, but you don't need a lot. I mean, in my opinion, the idea is you don't need firepower as much as you just need a weapon, and that'll do a lot for you.
And I think one that you can control, because what I've heard is, I mean, if you don't know how to control your weapon, it's more dangerous to have it than if you didn't have it.
For sure.
And so if I have this huge old something and I can't control it, you know, so I think knowing what you can do as well. Okay.
Very special, awesome caliber.
My favorite gun.
9mm, very popular, very cheap. Personally, I want like a 40 caliber, but anyway.
Yeah, Susan Sullivan says for defense, for all around is a shotgun. And I was shooting ours. I was like, that is no joke.
Yeah.
So, but I am efficient with the shotgun.
Nothing like that classic sound of a shotgun, you know, being loaded.
Yes.
That'd scare
There's some
anybody.
great suggestions in here. Pistol. I have an S and WM and a P 9mm. I don't know what any of these mean,
Smith
but I
and
think
Wesson
you do.
M and
H&K 40.
Good weapon.
Hollow point.
Glow in the dark color.
H&K 40. I would love. I think
idea.
the 40 caliber is a great caliber, and I would love to get an H&K 40 USP compact. But even that's still a little bit bulky, but still smaller than what I have.
Yeah. So it looks like there's open carry. Amanda Anderson. Somebody was saying, come to Kentucky. We'll have a redneck good time. Yeah, we'll meet up. That was getting started on homesteading. Don't, let's see, CZ horses. Don't need people with city folk mentality, want to be normal.
Yeah.
That's okay, right? Yeah. So let's see. Great gun talk. That's really great. Willow Creek. Don't tell anyone, but we're moving to Sandpoint. What?
I don't know where Sandpoint is.
Is that close? Don't tell
you're
anyone.
moving? Oh, sad. Well, maybe it's good, but
I know. Does that just show you that we're probably not caught up on your videos?
we don't know the state of Idaho very well. I'm caught up on the videos. I don't think they've mentioned that. So.
Well, he is. I struggle keeping up with all the videos, all the channels and all the
I
friendships.
enjoy the humor that essential mountain homesteading videos.
He cracked me right up in one of his early videos. He did like a mean troll collaboration where he talked about all the mean comments. That was funny. That was funny. So
anyway.
awesome. So Susan also get a Gen 4 Glocks in 9mm and 40.
Yeah, I love Glocks. I would recommend any Glock. Personally, I don't buy Glock because Glock, and I have this weird thing where if everybody's doing it, I don't want to do it.
Right.
And it's not practical. It's not, there's no real defense for that.
We like
everybody owns a Glock. My brother-in-law just bought a 40 caliber Glock. It's a great gun. It feels good in the hand. I love it, but
it's a Glock.
because everybody buys one.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway.
Awesome. So Flying VS Farm says, don't need guns when you grow up building traps with your brother. That is awesome. I love that.
Interesting.
Yes. Let's see. We have guns here. We have mountain lions and a lot of coyote. We have a lot of coyotes. Oh my gosh, we'll be out milking, and they're so close, and it's so eerie to hear them.
It's creepy.
They creep me out.
Yeah, and if there's one thing that I've learned about coyotes, like I remember years ago hunting with my brother-in-law up in the Uinta Mountains in Utah, and hearing a pack of coyotes near dusk, and it was terrifying.
I know.
They're just all yelping and yapping, and it sounded like a lot of them, and I was scared to death. But coming here and having dealt with coyotes, they're so skittish.
You sneeze, you sniff,
you make
and they're gone.
You make an ounce of sound, and you as you are of them. And so luckily we haven't had any problems with coyotes. They get close. They make the rounds every couple of weeks through our homestead, and
I think the smell of our dog helps keep them away from the house.
I really think we've been blessed that way.
We have. I mean, because we know the rabbits need to be more secure. We know. I mean, there's certain things, but that's part of our homesteading goals. Hey, Backyard Eden. And I know Brian says everyone in Idaho has a gun, but no wrenches for a bend. So true. So true. Okay. Do you have trouble with your Joby tripod not threading into camera tightly? Mine has gotten really wobbly and bad.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. We have to readjust it. Like
I have to retighten it all the time.
A lot.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
But.
And and I was I can probably see it right there. And there's been times where we'll bend the things and it will pop out. Yeah, it'll pop right out of the thing. Yeah.
Really?
That's happened twice.
I haven't had that happen yet.
So I struggle to use it the way it's meant to use it because I don't want it to pop out.
So you can see in the background we use a Joby tripod with our Sony camera and our Rode Video Micro. That's the primary
Missy will demonstrate. Where's our music?
Very well pleased with that setup.
Yes, we've been really happy with it. Okay, let's see. First timer, Backyard Eden. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Case is in the house.
Yeah, you should be sorry. Really, you were late last time. You were on a date with your wife. How dare you? Water froze in the barn, so they had to haul buckets from the house. Oh,
sad.
I'm sorry.
all water sucks in any form.
I do it every morning and night.
Oh, so this
Good job.
this
I'm
comment
proud of
just
you.
made me think.
Thank you.
There's a coyote boom. They are even in states that have never had them historically.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know why that spurred a thought, but if you saw in our vlog the 45 gallons of water that's missing, and I jokingly talk about antelope drinking it, and somebody asking if there was antelope in the area, I saw one the other day.
Yeah, there are antelope
really
in the
did?
area.
I really saw an
in a
antelope.
field just down the road.
I was like,
No
It's totally
way.
an
I was
antelope.
like,
Very cool.
Jonah and I was like,
Tammy,
that's an antelope. It
I'm
was-
pretty sure that's not what happened to the water, but
I'm pretty
Tammy
sure.
said on that live, she said that Tuesday, she's like, and then that very night, I saw an antelope just go
Really?
across the road, and she's like, that very night.
that's cool.
Right. So I was like, that's an antelope. Anyway, squirrel. Let's see. What was I going to say? We have had coyotes, but can't shoot them here.
Oh,
Live trap
sad.
only. That is sad. After a 3-month
live trap. that
process
works.
through the Department of Wildlife, it's terrifying. Yes, it is terrifying. I came out the back door and Emma was out there by herself, and I just ran out there to be with her because she's like, they were like right there. It was really scary.
So if anybody on here has heard a pack of coyotes
Oh, it is
yelping,
so
it's
scary.
intimidating.
It is.
It's very intimidating.
It is. I'll try and catch it on camera one of these nights.
And I would love to get in a coyote pelt, especially during the winter when they're full and thick. And
Yes. Yes.
maybe one day
So
Wonder how-
Wholesome Root says hers pops out too.
pops out. Oh, okay.
there.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Still
Speaking of, you know, getting a coyote pelt, Mama Gross and I were on a little drive. These mailbox set up. They
Oh.
they had some like roadkill.
Like turkey.
Yeah,
Like
like-
frozen roadkill
like
sitting
frozen
on a
roadkill.
mailbox.
Yes,
Yeah.
they had a raccoon, and she
Oh,
got
that's
pictures of it.
classic.
Oh my gosh, it was
Wow.
so
It was so
And then-
gross.
and pieces of a turkey. It was really,
it was
The
really
turkey
it
was like
was
smashed.
only in Idaho.
Flying BS. That's cool. They have a classic or a traditional English hunt for coyotes instead of foxes. Cool.
That's really great.
Once me
So-
and Sam were going outside to get animals, and like we just barely closed the door, and they were like loud. The
Really?
coyotes. Yeah, and then we ran
It was that day
inside.
that you went out there and you couldn't see them.
Oh, you came in and told me, and
Brenda,
I couldn't
that's
find it.
scary. She said coyotes right up on her front porch.
There was one time last year, woke up morning, just after waking up, I saw one just trotting probably 200 yards out in the field, and I took a shot at it with a 22. Probably should have used a higher caliber
Yeah.
rifle, but
We're pretty sure it hit it, but it
yeah,
got
'cause
back up
it
and
dropped,
yeah,
but got back and
and
just
took off. And
so-
then we tried to find it because we didn't want to wound it, but it was gone.
Yeah.
So Essential Mountain, they'll be in Starry Hilders neighborhood. So they're going to the Panhandle. That's the wrong way.
Oh,
That's the wrong way.
curious why you're moving.
Yeah,
Island
we'd
Park
like
is a
to.
beautiful area.
We'd like to hear
But,
more about that.
you know,
Let's see. Oh, I mean, let's see. Nice chatting with you. Time to eat. So thanks, Ruth. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
oh, have a
yeah.
good night.
The male dogs need to go on the property. Yeah, well, he's out there. Probably. I don't know
Yeah.
where he
I
is.
thought I might have heard one, but I didn't. I couldn't tell if they were out there.
I would love to have a party at our place this summer. That sounds great. We should look into that. Ooh, a mountain lion attacked your donkey, Brenda. That's scary. Do coyotes
The
move in
donkeys?
packs?
Yes.
Yes, big packs. Let's see. Right
Like
behind our
wolves.
homestead is a den of them. We hear them every night. Scary. That is scary. Says the
That
kids.
is scary.
Yes. Okay.
About a mile and a half back from us is where they hang out.
Essential Mountain. I'm gonna go knock on Starry's door. So I've heard that she is she's not very social. Like her videos are great,
Oh,
but I've
really?
heard she keeps to herself quite
Really?
a bit. So I want you to vlog that Essential Mountain because if she kicks you off, I want to see it. Oh, awesome, Ruth. So it looks like her dog howls like a wolf and it keeps the coyotes away.
Anatolian Shepherd howls like a wolf and keeps nice.
When in
That's
Idaho,
cool.
Starry isn't nearly a big
Kenai
enough
doesn't
dog.
howl really. I mean,
No,
he
he doesn't. He talks.
talks.
Oh.
He likes to
And he
say,
does
Yeah.
sing. Hello! Perceiving a life. She just marcoed me. Hello.
Nice.
We played Marco Polo.
I was chatting with her last night. She was asking some questions about my Hashimoto's. Anyway, wild roadkill stew, gross brown cow. Brown cow. It's brown coat, not cow coat. I do all my video on my S8.
Nice. Galaxy S8.
That's awesome.
Great camera.
Awesome. I know Rose got the Polo.
That's all it takes. If you want to do YouTube, you don't need any fancy equipment. You know,
we started with our phones.
We started out with the phones, and we got a GoPro, and then I wouldn't recommend vlogging on a GoPro, but a phone is great.
You know, we had a lot of problems with the GoPro. If you have a GoPro already, sure, use it, but I would not buy one as a vlogger.
No.
No.
And in our experience, in my opinion, quality doesn't matter so much as content. Content is key. And so whatever you've got, use it. You know, you can spend hours with quality and it won't get any more views.
Nope. And so with that being said, we are always open to content. If there's something you'd like to see, give us a suggestion. We won't, but we'd love the suggestion.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we'll do what we can. Let's see. Wholesome Roots started with her phone. Perceiving a Life. I really like her channel. She's real. She's raw. I love her. And she says she uses with her phone. She uses.
No, she doesn't.
She films.
Sorry, I'm late.
I know, right here. I've been filming with my iPhone. So yeah, so check her out. Claire from Perceiving a Life. I really, really do enjoy her channel quite a bit. Let's just attack Mom here. Okay, so should we get into our second?
Well, really quick, while I'm thinking about it, Brian, what's his name? Brian, that comments all the time. Carrick. I think he was on here earlier.
Yeah.
Commented on one of our videos about and questioned our intro sound. Particular video, I had put the music a little louder than I had forgotten to amplify the sound of our intro video, and so we haven't stopped doing that. Anyway, just wanted to answer that question that he had.
Yeah, about the intro.
So
awesome.
I appreciate his comments on that.
Yes. So Flying BS Farm says content quality is better. I do better with voice recording than video recording.
Interesting.
Okay, my camera battery is dead recently. I used my phone and no one noticed.
Right, see, exactly, Wholesome Roots.
Let's see. The cases only use the iPhone 7. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I'm tempting. It's tempting, but I know what I sound like, and it's awful. LOL.
I think you'd be surprised.
I prefer to blog though, so Flying BS Farm.
Oh, interesting. Do you have a blog?
Yeah.
If you do,
we would like to know.
throw a link in the chat.
Yeah. I have a hard time reading. My mind shuts off when I read, so
really?
I prefer to watch as opposed to read. Okay, Brian is still here. So, Naomi D, hello. Okay, so our homesteading goals, we talked about one, getting rid of the car.
Yeah, we got to get rid of that car.
Yeah.
Anyway, setting realistic goals. Like, if there's anything we learned from last year, we had all of these ambitions and we had set several goals, and then realistically life happens, and so, you know, while I think it's important to dream big, you've also got to have a sense of realistic ambitions and goals, right?
Yes.
And so that's what we've really tried to focus on as we set our goals for 2018 as far as homesteading goes. So what is your number one goal for 2018?
To not let the garden stress kill me.
Not let the garden stress kill you.
So, I struggle with the garden. One, I used to garden in our previous home, and I knew my soil. I knew my soil, and I knew what to grow. We moved here, blah, 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 blah. The soil's different, climate's different, everything's different. And so I need to relearn my soil, and we need to make adjustments. We need to make adjustments and do things to get to where we want to be. So I think my goal is to not expect a garden that I can eat out of all summer. Like Art and Homesteading, they can eat out of their garden.
Or Art and Bree.
Brussels sprouts.
Art and Bree.
Out of their garden.
I know Rose at Wholesome Roots was pulling a carrot out of her garden just the other day, and so obviously we have.
Late in the year. Wow, amazing.
She was planting garlic recently. She's got a blog on that.
That's cool.
And so I know our climates are different, but I want to not plan on growing a garden that will feed an army, but plant a garden that might feed my animals. So like I can plant pumpkins, I can plant squash.
And on that note, like we have a lot more work to do to get our soil ready for a a garden that will produce enough food for us to eat off of.
Yes.
And so we're trying to set a goal. Okay, so maybe not have this full-blown flourishing garden. What can we grow while we get our garden ready or to the point as we work on our soil to be that productive? And so
yes, and Perceiving Alive said it right. I said the same thing to Jonah while we were preparing this live stream. Yes, dream big, but be prepared to fail.
Right.
And that's what we decided is that, you know, I don't mind. I'll try and plant. The Cases sent me some sweet corn. I'm going to try to plant it again because I didn't plant it all. I'm going to try to plant beets. I'm going to try to plant, but I'm not going to be epically sad if it fails. I'll be sad.
Well, and so what you've done is you've set goals.
Mm-hmm.
Of two things that these are the two things you want. What are those two things you want to plant for sure?
Yes, I want to plant pumpkins and squash.
Right.
We got squash off your plant.
We did.
Yep.
We did. So we want to do better.
That's the goal. Pumpkins and squash, we can realistically, for sure, we believe, accomplish that, right?
Yes, I do.
And focus on that. And if we can't get anything else, that's fine. But at least we made our goal. And if we have more energy and time to get other things planted this year,
then we can do more.
Then we'll definitely do that.
And I will become the garden ninja, like the Cases are saying. That's going to be a t-shirt. Garden ninja. So,
Rob says a GoPro on the youngest's head would be fun. She seems like a handful. She is a handful. And one on the dog too. Would love to do that. I've thought many times about putting one on the dog especially, and just,
I want to know where he goes.
Where does he go?
When he runs away.
Sometimes he just takes off and he's gone for hours, and we know that we'd love to see where he goes. But anyway.
So Outmax says my volume is broken or something, so I'll wave if you get this, and I've got a challenge for you. I'll see how.
So wave. We got it.
Thanks. Okay, we're waving. I haven't tried Steam It since back at Eden. Let's see. So yeah, there's a few channels on here that do Steam It. We
really, I mean, we're so busy with what we got and figuring out YouTube. Steam It is just so much to do. Try not to spread ourselves too thin.
Okay, Trish, what about hotbeds? Julie did good with those. Yeah, I don't know a lot about all the methods. So
long-term goals, we want to have a flourishing garden that will feed us, you know, as much as possible, right? We want to live as much off of land we have as we can and maximize our efficiency. Now our soil is very hard, very clay, and we don't have a lot of water, so we have to work with that.
Yeah.
We know that squash grows well. We know that the squash grows well. So those are the things that we definitely want to focus on and make sure we do well on, and that's what we're doing. But our long-term goals is to have this flourishing garden.
Oh yes.
Whether it's in raised beds or we really like the Back to Eden gardening method. And
so we have some good long-term, but we're thinking this year, like Flying BS Farm says we're on one of a 5-year plan. That's kind of what we're thinking is we want to have a 5-year plan. So they, to finish that, year one is infrastructure, barn, and greenhouse repairs.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's kind of what we're trying to just take a bite of the apple instead of trying to swallow it.
Yeah. Like we looked back at it last year, and, you know, we're so new to a homesteading lifestyle and everything, and we really felt like we took on too much. We've talked about this before. And so we're like, okay, based on what we were able to handle last year versus what we did that was too much, you know, what can we realistically do? So we looked at that and we said, okay, let's limit ourselves to just getting successful with the pumpkins and the squash. Because we have a lot of work to do to get our garden going, so we don't want to, right? Right,
and if we do more, great, but we're going to just focus on these. Liz Zorab, good morning. She told me earlier that she wasn't going to be able to make it, because this is the middle of the night for her. And so, but she just woke up. So go back to bed. But thanks for joining us.
Liz is from the UK.
Yes. And she has a great channel, too. Let's see. Thank you, Cases, for being the moderator ninja. Let's see. If I've missed anything, I'm so sorry. Use all the goat waste here in the garden. Yes, Wholesome Roots. We have been doing that.
Good to see you. Thank you. So anyway, so those are our 2 goals. We have one more goal for our garden, and that's to get a water line. So I ran a water line out to this last year, and we want to tee off of that and run a line specifically to the garden because we want it. With our limited water supply, rationing is important and time management is important. So our plan is to have a garden that's watered, automatic timing and all of that. So I've got to run a line to the garden area so that we can then set that up and
be more efficient with our watering.
Be more efficient. You know, we're in a desert area. We're in a high desert area.
Are you in a high desert climate? Yes,
yes,
Flying BS Farm, we are. And so, and I also, as a break off to the garden, I want to work more on my herb garden and my medicinal herb garden. So that is something I want to do as well. So let's see.
Animal poop and straw. Brian Keurig asked what we do with it all. We're putting as much as we can in the garden area, build up that organic soil, let it break down.
And I do have a compost bin that I started last year, and so and we will be we'll be doing that as well.
Our biggest struggle here is water and water management.
Yes.
So, anyway, so our goal this year is to get a water supply line ran so that we're not running hundreds of feet of garden hose from the one spigot or the second spigot we have now.
Yeah.
And then,
because hoses are obnoxious.
You know, in the future we'll have an automatic watering system.
Thanks for coming, Amanda. David Hanks says you need to build the soil, use pig area for the garden.
And that's not a bad idea.
You know, we had a volunteer squash in the pig area that we didn't even really water. I don't even know how it made it, and it did really well. So anyway, it's hard to do it all at once. I've tried the first year. I was exploring homesteading and almost burned out. The new plan is easier to swallow. Flying BS Farm, I think we can very much relate with that.
Yeah.
With moving here, and I mean, our second year, I think we took on, and we've talked about that before, we took on a lot, and it's hard. Can you use the creek water? David, it dries up. By the time you need it, it's gone. You know,
it dries up. There, farther up the stream, there's a dairy that utilizes that creek water heavily, and when they get going with it,
thanks for coming, Mary.
We don't get much, so
yeah. So it's hard.
So unfortunately, we didn't know that coming into this property.
And Brian, we don't know. We need to look into that. He says, what about the creek? How about building a pond cistern that fills from the creek? I don't know who owns the water rights. I don't know if we would.
No, but that's a great idea. And and the field behind us, they do that. They've built a pond back there, so the creek fills that, and there's water there all year round. And that's a great idea, and I would love to look. That's a great idea.
We need to look into that.
We do, and we have a small little pond but it's not enough to. So
it gets low too. Yeah.
Great idea.
Yes. Yeah. For sure. Well, I have reached the bottom of the comment. What?
Anyway, so
country living. Hey, so our next goal.
So that's the garden. Those are our goals with the garden.
So water and just doing. Focusing on what we know will work while we're building everything else up.
Not trying to do too much there. So let's talk about.
Yes. So
so right now
we've done 2 years of pigs.
2 years of pigs. Love raising pigs. Last year we learned a ton. We did 7 pigs. Sold them all.
Previously we did 2. And then we went to 7.
I don't think we made any money. We broke even.
We got our pig was free.
Our pig was free, but beyond that. So this year we've struggled. Do we do pigs again?
I want to do.
We have goats now. We have rabbits. We have chickens. We have a lot.
Turkeys.
Turkeys.
Because we pardoned the turkeys.
Pardon the turkeys.
I want to do sheep instead.
We would love to do sheep.
White House on the Hill is snooping.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh, llamas.
Hey, Golden Harvest.
So we're gonna do pigs this year.
Which has been a hard decision. It's been hard because this is going into our 3rd year. We have more knowledge. We know what we're doing. We think we know what we're doing. We know more than 2 years ago.
Right.
And so it was really hard to be like, well, no, we should take our knowledge and then
keep going.
But we want to work smarter, not harder. And we don't want to chase pigs around. As entertaining as you all have said that was, we don't want to do that again.
So here's the thing. We have most of our perimeter fence up. We have at least half, if not 3/4 of it, but we don't have it all. And so there's plenty of opportunity for pigs to escape, goats to escape.
And they do, and they did.
And our fencing isn't the best, you know, it's barbed wire, and I want to do rotational grazing. And we tried to do that with the pigs, and we're semi-successful. I would say successful, but we could have done better. We need to finish that perimeter fencing. So if something happens, the pigs aren't 2 miles back in the back pasture.
That was a joke. And Liz says they were great to watch.
Rewatch the video if you want to.
I know. You can just rewatch those videos, Liz. Perceiving a life, Claire's wondering what the heck Sam is doing.
Oh, he's looking for a Lego piece for his Lego cabin.
Yeah, he's building Legos, Claire. So yes, back to the pigs. We want to put up some perimeter fencing so they are contained if they get out.
We have limited resources.
Yes.
We want to get our perimeter fencing set up. We feel like if we can get that set up, then in the next few years, the better for us.
Yes.
Right.
Getting started on homesteading, try quail. It's great. That will have to be the next year. This is the ban no new animal year.
What?
Right. We don't want. We have no goals to get any new animals. I'm not saying we won't,
but that's the goal.
But we're not certainly not looking.
Right. You get a freezer load of very good meat on the cheap by holding some pigs.
Yeah. We've loved our pork.
I will miss it. I will miss it. I bought some bacon and it was not the same. Miss it, but I think we just want to focus and do the best with what we have instead of spreading. We have baby goats coming this spring.
Right.
We have baby rabbits that we're breeding. We want to breed. We may get a tom turkey. We want to breed our turkeys.
Right. We were going to get more turkeys so we can get Tom in there and breed our turkeys.
Yes, and so that's kind of what we'd like to do, and we want to focus and build on what we're good at and what we're doing instead of spreading ourselves.
Long term, we want to have, we want to have a horse. We want to have sheep. We want to, but for now, this is what we feel like we can accomplish. And I think it's important to set a goal that that stretches you for sure, but to be able to accomplish a goal that gives you so much encouragement and confidence. It helps build you up versus setting something that's so unrealistic. And how do you find out what's realistic versus stretching you enough? That's a hard balance to gain. So I think that's an individual thing. But anyway.
And White House on the Hill, I just have to address. Being on our live stream is not slacking, sir. This is good stuff. Unless it's your wife. Then, ma'am, this is not slacking. Because they said I'm supposed to be working on our stuff instead of slacking in here. Brenda
We're
Duncan.
Glad to have you.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Brenda Duncan says, what kind of, and did I say they have a great blog, White House on the Hill? You should check them out. They have a great blog. Brenda Duncan, what kind of turkeys do you have and how well have they handled the cold weather?
We have Royal Palms, and so far they're doing great.
They're great.
Absolutely great.
Some nights will put themselves away in the coop, and some nights they don't. And so you can check out the Turkey Ninjas vlog if you want to see more on that. And that's fun. Snowy Maine, 2 feet of snow and still falling. We're missing the snow. I'm missing the snow. We're missing the snow. Oh, what breed of pigs do
we
you have?
had Berkshires.
And one
Yorkshire and Berkshire were the 2 that we've done. We want to do the next breed that we want to do is the red wattle. We have a source for that who raises those. So that's probably where we'll go next.
Yeah, and they do really well converting pasture.
Those we've read and heard from the sources that they do amazing on pasture. We want to raise pasture pigs.
Oh, great. Yes. So we just answered that question. And thanks, Liz. She says, don't spread your time too thinly.
Right.
Let's see. Flying says we can't do it all, so we support local ag by purchasing meat from local farmers who raise what we want. And that's what I'd like to do. We visit the farms and know how the animals are raised much better than commercial ag. I agree. So we may just put our time and efforts into purchasing somebody else's instead of doing our own.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rob says, do you eat the rabbits? And if so, does one make a meal for your family?
We do eat the rabbits. I would say one rabbit could feed us.
No.
One meal? No.
No. I mean, if you're putting it in a casserole, a soup,
right.
yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But if you're just gonna feed, like portion it out, no. So, but
at least not the rabbits we have. I know there's bigger breeds. But,
yes, it is very good meat. The rabbits we've had, it's very, very good meat.
That's why we're keeping them around.
Yes. So
we've got a new litter that was just born recently. Well,
they're about halfway. New process around 12, so we're getting close to
processing again.
Turkeys are a great food source, pound per dollar. Yes. We pardoned the 3 girls that we have, but we have 2 years and have really enjoyed their meat. It's about time missing. Notes needed to be taken, says Howard. She's actually drawing. Let's see. White House on the Hill is just talking to Little Mountain. He says, I'm supposed to be doing something for Little Mountain Ranch. Oh. And we're both hanging out on here with you guys. Well, thanks.
We're glad to have you.
Yes,
thanks
we'll take you both. I'm making banana bread, but Kurt is doing dishes while we listen and watch. Kurt, you're awesome. That's from Winter Idaho. We have a whole bunch of bananas. Emma needs to convert into something delicious.
Yeah, I was going to make banana bread or something.
Yes. Awesome. Who's the turkey ninja master you referenced? Who's the turkey? I am the turkey ninja.
You don't even do it anymore. I do it.
We're all turkey. We were the turkey ninjas that were featured in the blog.
Yeah. Now it's just me.
Let's see. I'm getting a phone call. I will just see if that. Yeah, go answer it.
Oh, really?
Sure. My chickens just started laying again. That's great. Getting started on homesteading. Let's see. Snow is so deep I can't see my black car in the driveway. Oh my gosh, Susan, that's crazy. Let's see. We can tag that toss into sorry. I have Durocs. I had a source for red wattle and large blacks, but they were pricey. Durocs. Do you know about Durocs?
I have no idea. I've never heard of that.
I'll have to look those up. Let's see. You guys are awesome. This has been a really great chat. Okay, awesome. Getting started in homesteading. We went on Craigslist and got 2 new rabbits for free.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, we got ours from my sister's
for free
under her house, and she has like 4 more living under her house. Her neighbor, yeah. Anyway,
our breed of rabbits are like an Angora and
a Lionhead mix.
So
yes. So we've got some that are like super Angora fluffy, and others that are sleek and nice,
and we've got them out in a colony style setup. We've built bucket burrows for them.
We have vlogs on that.
And absolutely, the bucket burrows are going great. The rabbits are flourishing. They're doing really well, and we're doing more videos on that.
Yes, we really love it. And so speaking of locally raised meat, it's time to go munch on some barbecue pulled pork. Oh, yum! Enjoy that. Flying, enjoy.
Thanks for joining us.
Awesome. Let's see. Yeah, Mama Grows, getting started. Be careful. I got up to 36 rabbits that way. Yeah, she went locally and picked up rabbits from people. 36 rabbits.
Wait. Well, they had babies and then...
No, she picked up that many.
Oh,
right,
geez.
Mama Grows?
Wow.
Right?
That's a lot.
And then they just had babies.
Oh,
I think her rabbits 14. Are using the same den because she has 2 different color litters, bunnies, and both does were pregnant. Huh. And she can't, so I think there's 14. So that'll be interesting. I hope you do vlogs on that. I would like to watch that.
That's
what have you done with the pelts? When in Idaho, Trent from Art Homesteading took the pelts and want to deal with processing at that time.
I haven't heard if he's done anything with them, but next time we will be doing.
We plan to do stuff with them.
I plan on making some gloves and then slippers. Not that I'll wear them, but I definitely want to do something with the pelts. So
yes, so that will be great.
Oh, Durocs are brown pigs. Okay.
I want to make a purse with the pelts.
Awesome. So Golden Harvest, in order for you guys to be this successful, what is the weather like there in Idaho? Cold?
Right now it's cold. I mean, mornings are like 7 or less degrees. It doesn't get above freezing right now. Our growth season is short.
It's very short.
We won't be able to plant anything.
June.
Well, May, end of May.
Peas. I mean, your cold weather stuff, your peas and your beets, you can get in the ground. But
anyway, So,
yeah. So White House on the Hill says, I see a lot of people giving away animals right now since they don't want to provide feed over winter. So it is a good time to get animals if you're willing to put in them. But yeah. Any value in the pelts?
I don't know.
I don't know. There might be.
To be honest, for us, yes. I think there's a lot we could do with them.
Yes, and we might be able to sell them. I don't know. We've never really looked into it.
One of our long-term goals is to get to where we're producing enough to take care of ourselves and then to sell and provide income for the homestead.
So Sunny, I don't know. She says your rabbits are so pretty. That's good to know. Angora and Lionhead mixes. Anything else or just that?
Just that.
They were kind of a stray pickup, so that's what we've been told that they look like. We don't know exactly what they are, but that's what we have been told that they look like.
Bye, Backyard Eden.
Backyard Eden, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, red Durocs and black Durocs are common. Okay.
I'll have to look into that breed.
Listen, they're gonna make the bucket burrows. We love the burrows. We love them.
I'm telling you, they're awesome. Absolutely awesome. We got the idea from
Be Not Slothful.
Be Not Slothful, another YouTube channel. They haven't listened in a while, but
yes.
So any more comments to and catch up on?
Let's see. You're good to start, I think.
Another goal we have for the year is to finish Muriel's shack. If you don't know what Muriel's shack is, it's a little shack that I'm building for the girls, for the kids to play in.
We have a vlog on that.
Across the creek, we're building a bridge. It's based off of.
We haven't built the bridge yet.
What book series?
Fablehaven.
Fablehaven. If you haven't, Fablehaven series of books, great books, fantasy style.
Thanks, Golden Harvest.
By Brandon Mull.
By Brandon Mull.
Mull. M-U-L-L. So, White House on the Hill. Are you guys buddies with Art and Homesteading? I just found their channel and really enjoy it. We were friends with them before YouTube ever happened. So
we're still friends with them.
No, not anymore.
He's my best friend. So.
Yeah, Lizzie's Emma's best friend. We're very good friends with them.
Trent is a professional artist, very good, and he's focusing on that right now. And but yes, we love them.
Yes.
Good friends, and they're close to us.
They're about 4 miles close to us. There was a donkey for free. Wow, this is getting started on homesteading. Liz says she loved the video on the shack.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
I wanted to get it done for the kids to play in, but it just didn't happen with time and everything. So that'll be a goal to finish that shack. It's very close.
And it's been really fun to use a lot of repurposed materials. We did purchase some, but the bulk of it is as repurposed material. So that's fun.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing, I think I bought a couple of 2x4s and some brackets.
Didn't you buy those big posts that?
No, we got those. We picked those up. So
we're building it out of like used fencing material.
It's red.
Yeah.
Some old cedar fence slats. Excuse me. And so it's got this rustic look to it, rundown shack based on the story in Fablehaven. Muriel, this old witch, lives out in this rundown shack.
Ivy growing over it.
Ivy growing all over it, and there, you got to cross on our property. We got to cross the creek to get to it. So I'm going to build a bridge. And
had some criticism that it's so far from the house. We've had people say, well, why put it so far away? But that was what they wanted. They wanted it to be something to go to.
Well, it's in an area of the property that we can't really utilize
because it's across the creek.
It's across the creek. It's in the corner. It's
in just kind of a small section. It's
So anyway.
So it's kind of out of the way. It's just kind of using when you're making cookies and you're cutting them out and you just find that little corner that you can get one more cookie. That's kind of where I'm putting the shack there. It's like, oh, we can utilize that little piece. So awesome. Emma, how will your cabin be decorated? Maybe we can help. Any ideas on how to?
We want to put like shelves in it and do bottles and stuff like that.
Like old, like apothecary, cool looking.
Stump, right?
An old stump in the middle.
You've got to read the stories to know what the stump, why that's important.
Queensland, Australia. Hey, Jackie. That's fun.
Oh, fun. Thanks for joining.
Yes. So, let's see. I have to go stoke the fire and the rabbit's barn. See you later and God bless. Thank you. Getting started on homesteading.
I said that last time too.
Very good. Yeah, we're getting close to our hour mark anyway. So, anybody, do we want to talk quickly? Did we?
Plant more trees is the other goal we have. We try to plant at least one tree every year, and we've planted more than that.
And a lot of them die, and so we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep planting. We're going to keep getting willow starts off of our willow trees, and we just love to have more trees.
Fablehaven.
We love willows.
Fablehaven.
Yes,
Anyway.
Fablehaven. I will I'll write it. Fablehaven by Brandon Moll.
Is it all one word?
Yes.
Oh.
And it's a series of books. Are there 5?
There's 5 books,
and
he's coming out with 5 more called Dragon
Watch.
Oh,
it's a
fun.
spin-off series, and
They're fantasy genre.
They're very good books, kids and adults. I have really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So let's see.
The thing about trees is they take so long to grow.
Yes.
And become useful.
Yes.
But we want to plant one at least one every year. Keep one alive. There's the Fablehaven books. And so every year that we're here, we're planting a tree. We've got several already that have done very well. And
several that have died.
We had a lot of aspen trees die.
Yes, willows use a lot of water. You know, the plan is that we're putting them closer down by the stream, and so they can root down and get access to the water that's down there. But the willows that we have planted, and they're doing really well, they haven't required much
all
more
of
water
the trees, we've got over 30 trees on the property. They're all young. And the first year that we were here, one of the first things we did was put in a drip system
to the trees
that ran to every tree.
That was essential.
And Trent helped,
Trent
with
helped
our
with that.
homesteading.
Yes.
And so yeah, we've got that on a system right now. Without that, I think they would all die. A lot of the trees were dead when we got here. But anyway,
the property was empty for a few months, and so the bowl damage to the trees and rodents and
drought.
It was rough. But we, you know, as you see in the videos, we do have some nice trees. They're very young, but there are trees. What sort of trees thrive in your area? There's no trees thrive.
You know, quaking aspen does well. Pines do well.
Our willows have done great.
Locust was a black locust. There's a few names are skipping me right now.
Awesome. So Susan, that's great. I shall order them, read them, and pass them on to my granddaughter. Awesome.
You won't be disappointed.
Yes. No, that'd be good. And just a shameless plug, if you use our Amazon link, we get a little kickback. So if you're gonna order on Amazon anyway, throw us a little bone.
Are we over our hour? We are.
Yes.
Dang.
So Liz,
goes so quick.
we're using willows to soak up some of the water that floods the chicken. That's a great idea. I know it does go so quick, but we better.
Bye, Rose.
One quick thing
Rose,
on
thanks
willows.
for coming.
Yeah, thanks, Rose. We had a willow that was struggling. It was like turning yellow, and we put rabbit manure around it.
Oh yeah.
Worked right back up. It was awesome.
So we're really excited to use, and the rabbits use one area in the colony for pottying, and so it'll be really easy to kind of scoop that up.
It is so easy. Yeah.
They pop it in the same place. Like the same place.
Thank you, Susan. Jackie says, are the trees indigenous to your area?
I don't think so.
You know, in our particular area, it's a farming area, and I think a lot of the trees were
well, not to mention
cleared.
It's a desert area, and I don't think there was a lot of trees to begin with.
Yeah. So in our current landscape, there really isn't a lot of trees.
There isn't.
But we are in kind of a mountain-esque area,
We're near the
so
mountains, yeah.
pine and quakey, I mean, those do well.
Those are native to the mountains.
Yeah, it goes.
Let's see, could it be the altitude that trees having such difficulties growing?
We're below the altitude. We're around 5,000, 4,500 feet, and so a lot of it has to do with water and soil. So
yeah. Have you guys watched Troll Hunters? When and Idaho was asking.
Troll Hunters, I've seen it on Netflix.
Have you watched it? Oh, okay. We'll check that out. Thank you. Sam says, I know the name sounds familiar. Awesome. We'll check that out. Okay. CZ Horses says, no, it's lack of water. High mountain desert gets about 12 inches of water over the year, and it's mostly snow.
Right.
True.
Yep.
True. We're really worried, actually, this year. Our snow, if we don't get more snow, I'm concerned. We're either going to get it, it's like from March to June, or we're going to have a drought.
But we need it now up in the mountains, especially so the snowpack gets deeper, and then we get that runoff. throughout the year.
Yeah.
It's like the first year we were here. Remember our first year? We were outside with no jacket, swinging on the swing set.
Oh yeah, the first
7
year
o'clock
we
at
moved
night
in
February.
In February, and it was we were jackets. It was like it was beautiful weather. But
it's funny. The almanac said it would be another heavy year.
Yeah, so it might still be coming. Extremes of weather restrict you. Do you get
subsidies for trees? No.
The council here gives trees away. That's really awesome. No, we're not that cool. Yeah, when in Idaho, this lack of snow is worrying us too.
Yeah.
You know, and when you're prepared, we were ready for the snow. We're ready. We have the snow hills. We're ready, and we're like, where is it?
Where is it? I want to go
And like I said, we're gonna get it in March, when we're gonna be like, no, we're ready for spring.
Yeah.
So, I think most of us on the East Coast would gladly send some of our snow your way if we could. Oh, I know.
As hard as it is on everybody over there, I'm kind of jealous.
I know.
In a way, but.
And you know,
who doesn't want snow?
How hard it is.
We really enjoy snow for the first couple months, and then we start. Okay, we're ready to see some grass.
In January.
But
my sinuses are killing me.
I know. Sorry.
All right, everybody, we'll wrap this up. We appreciate you joining us. We love to chat with everybody. I hope we'll see you next week, next Thursday. And if you're watching this after the fact, try and make it every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And yeah, so let's end the broadcast.
Yes, so thank you for coming. And if you've made it to the end of this live stream rewatching, you're a ninja.
Thank you.
Bye.